Hello everybody, it is GiftedLlama, and welcome to Spyro. Oh, let me show the title screen. Spyro, Ripto's Rage. Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. You see a little 2 in the background. We're gonna play this game, have some fun. It's been a while since I've done recording. It's been a while since I've come out with a video. But you know what? I need a little break, I'll be honest. But now we're going to start fresh. We're going to jump into one of my favorite games. Probably my favorite game of all time. Spyro 2. It's just a fucking blast. It's just fucking dope. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Is this rain ever gonna stop?
And it features Tom Kenny as Spyro. He voices Spyro in this game and the sequel, Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. It was some Carlos something dude in the first game. And then afterwards, it was a bunch of other different people. And also, Tom Kenny voices other characters in the game too, like NPCs that you'll come across in some of the levels. So yeah, just a little fun fact. Spyro franchise is probably one of my favorite franchises of all time. Specifically the original 3. Same thing with Crash Bandicoot. The original 3 are fucking amazing. It's after they make the jump to 6th gen consoles, PS2, GameCube, that they start to get a little rocky. Mainly because the developers of both franchises decided to just jump ship. Insomniac is the developer of the first 3 Spyro games. Naughty Dog was the developer of the first 3 Crash games, and yes, I'm comparing them parallel, side by side, because they are contemporaries. And with the Crash Bandicoot Remastered Trilogy recently released, which I picked up on PS4, the Insane Trilogy, it begs the question, will we get an original Spyro Trilogy remaster? I hope so. I really do. Especially if the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy does well, there's really no reason for these games to not get a remaster. But you know what? I have them on PS1, so let's fucking play them. 2 is great because it improves on the mechanics of 1 in pretty much every facet, and it doesn't have the gimmicky shit that 3 starts to get into. Now, don't get me wrong. Out of all 3, they're all amazing, but relatively speaking, I like 2 better than all the other ones. I didn't play 1 that much. I didn't even finish it. I only had 2 and 3 as a kid, so I played 2 and 3. I love the levels in 2. I love the worlds. They're just great. They're just fucking great. And don't get me wrong, I love the shit in 3 too. A lot more levels in that game, a lot more. There's 4 hub worlds in 3. There's only 3 hub worlds in this one. I forget how many there are in the first Spyro, but anyway. But yeah, back to the remaster situation. Spyro and Crash are both owned by Activision Blizzard, so it's seriously like, it's not like they can't do a remaster if Crash does well. And I believe it is doing well, because I read somewhere that it was like, it was almost doing better, or it has surpassed, what is it, Horizon Zero Dawn in PS4 sales, so that's a good thing, because I hear that game's really good. So yeah. Little Spyro 2. Going back to the classics. This game came out in 1999. How many of you guys were even born then? I don't even know what my demographic is for my show. But if you're like a teenager, then you're probably born around this time. I was already a young lad by then. But I only had this game. I got my PS1 in 2002, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I got my first gaming console in 2000, which was a Game Boy Color, and I remember my first ever game was Tech Deck. You remember those little skateboarding dudes? But my first console was in 2002 with Spyro, and I believe my first game on there was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Such a good game. But I can't talk about fucking Tony Hawk. We gotta play Spyro now. Now this is Glimmer. Which is interesting because in Spyro 1 they drop you in the hub world first, which makes sense. You know, you're introduced to a hub world and you're introduced to levels. This one is actually unique because you start off in a level, and after you complete it, we'll get to go to the hub world. Now, these games, and pretty much all Insomniac games, Ratchet and Clank, what else did they come out? They actually came out with a new one on Xbox One called Sunset Overdrive. Insomniac Games have a thing for giving you clear outlines for completion. In this case, you have a guidebook. Let me see if I can access. Guidebook. it gives you all the completionist stuff for each level, each hub world, and all the shit in between. So basically, and then if you hit start, you get your specific stats for this level. Now there is a talisman, which is the little pickaxe that you can see. That is going to be our goal for this level, and we need the talismans to progress through the game, you know, normally, just to get the natural ending. But orbs are little side missions that you can do, and we will need a couple orbs in order to get some other stuff in the game to just manually progress through it normally. You will need a couple orbs, but a lot of them you get really easily. There's some that are like, you have to do specific things, specific little challenges. So there's tons of ways. Other completionist requirements are getting all the gems in a level. There's a set number of gems. There's 400 in this one. Usually there's about 400 in each level. And also enemies. There are 14 enemies to kill in this level. And you get a little... You get like their spirit essence or something? I don't know. I don't know what you want to call it, but... So yeah, this is Glimmer. We will have to come back to this level later once we buy the climb ability, because there's a ladder that we need to access certain stuff. Now, I watched a speedrun of this game a little bit ago, and they did this really cool trick where, like, they were able to angle their double jump. Oh, wait. They were able to angle their double jump and, their charge, you know how he goes down? He was able to angle that upward. I don't know how. I'm not gonna try it, but that's like, you know, if you want to like glitch your way through shit, because these Spyro games, they're very easy to get under the level and access areas that you shouldn't have access to at that time. So speedrunners use that. You can like fly into this shit and like basically break the game and just have your way with it. Obviously, I don't have the skill for that. I'm not a speedrunner. I'm just a man with a plan. I think we got everything here. Sparks, my little dragonfly friend here, is our health meter, and also our gem aid. He helps us collect gems. He is gold, which means full health. Then he goes to green, then blue, then he disappears, then if you take a hit after that, you die. So, I love this health system way more than Crash's. I think just the Aku Aku is a great character, but he sucks as a health bar. Just because of the fact that so many things in Crash are one-hit kills, regardless of whether you have Aku Aku or not. Some enemies they just kill you instantly. Some, and then most of the deaths, especially in Crash 1, come from just the platforming, which no matter how much health you have, you just die instantly. Same thing with Spyro, but these levels aren't really, you know, there's not a lot of empty air in these levels, is what I'm saying. I almost torched this boy. So yeah, we can't get up here yet. We need to have the climbing ability, which we can buy from Moneybags, the classic Spyro character who is a greedy Jew. Let's not be racist in this episode. I don't want to insult my Jewish viewers here. But there he is. He must be the dragon everyone's talking about. So I guess he's not in the first game. This is his introduction? Like I said, I barely played the first game. Like, I beat World 1 and that was about it. So I have no idea what Spyro 1 is all about. I know the main villain is Nasty Nork. That's about it. It's funny because... Changing subjects rapidly for a minute here. The enemies in Spyro, they range in all shapes and sizes, and so, like, this guy looks incredibly daunting. But most of them, probably like 99% of the enemies you'll encounter in Spyro, are one-hit kills, either a flame attack or a charge. Sometimes a combo, if they have like armor or a shield that you have to break first. But most of the time it's a one-hit kill. I don't know why. I mean, I'm okay with that, don't get me wrong. But yeah. So we have access to the bridge now. Zoe, our little fairy friend here, gives us little tips and also saves for us when she zaps us. She's not giving us electroshock therapy, she's actually saving the game for us so we don't have to. Very grateful for that. Okay. So we got 1/4 of the gems in this level, that's pretty good. Oh, there's some stuff up there. I think we have to come back here. Ah, yeah, we do, because up on the ladder, there is a little power-up that we used to light these little gems we see hanging. That's going to be a little mini-game for later. So... And this is the end of the level. Levels are really short in Spyro. Really, the length comes from getting all the orbs, getting all the little secrets, nooks, and crannies. If you're going just for straight beating the level as fast as you can, you will find that most of these levels are just run and gun, you know, very easy. Very, very easy. But yeah. So let's go to this little area here, where we will find a little mini game for us to play to introduce us to the orb system. Let's get this boy. Boom. I think that's all the enemies too. Yes, we have all the enemies. Let's get some more gems. Now, when you come back to levels, enemies will respawn, but gems won't, which is very helpful. You kill the enemies, though, you won't get another orb for it. So, like, you can't just farm one enemy. It'll remember which enemies you have killed and which enemies you haven't killed already in the past. But really, you just want the gems and shit. And you can pretty much get all the enemies in the first go through. Okay, so flame all the lamps, the big gem lamp will appear. Okay, and there's a little difficulty rating, I don't know if you saw, if I had it on for long enough. And you can, in the speedrun that I watched a little bit ago, this guy actually lit them without using the power-up. He did that little headbutt angle trick that I talked about. That one was kind of tucked back away there.
Thanks for help.
Okay, so here's our first orb. And in World 3, Winter Tundra, I believe we stopped getting talismans, and instead we're rewarded gems for, orbs for level completion. There's so much little currencies across all these platformers that's hard to keep track of. Orbs and talismans, gems, and enemies. And also, biggest thing ever for fucking Spyro 2 over Spyro 1. That right there. That little extra hover gives you a little extra speed boost, a little height, not speed boost, I'm sorry. A little height boost at the end of your jump to get those very razor-tight platforms. Like this. Oh, there we go. See, we wouldn't have been able to make that if we didn't have that. They didn't have that in the first game. Which is why I say that this improves mechanically everything that Spyro 1 did not have. I mean, I still love the games, but speaking of Spyro games, yeah, after the original trilogy, they just kind of went to shit. I played the next game. I don't remember the handheld console releases. I mean, there was Season of Ice, Season of Fire, and then there was the Crash Bandicoot crossover. But I don't remember anything else. What am I doing here? Okay. I got this guy. But console-wise, after Spyro Year of the Dragon, which came out in 2000, next year, 2001, they came out with Enter the Dragonfly, which I have it on GameCube. Horrible. I don't know if it's the port, I don't know if it's my specific copy, I don't know if it's just that's how the whole game is across the board. It is just horrible to play. There's frame drops, there's lag whenever you hit a platform, whenever you collide with anything. It's just really fucking... It's just atrocious.
Nice shooting. Follow me.
So we have to follow our little mousy friend here. Oh wait, I have a little ball in my mouth. Oh fuck, come on. I gotta get up there. So he wants you to look down your sights, and you can actually fire like a first-person shooter. But I say fuck that shit. I'm just gonna go for a straight flame. But anyway, Enter the Dragonfly, horrible game. And I liked the first level. It was like Chinese themed. It was really cool. I had a lot of fun with it, but like I just could not go past that because it was just so unplayable. Hero's Tale came out in, what was it, like 2004, 2005? Oh, this little bastard. I guess I do have to shoot him. Does that bullet drop? Guess so. And now it's disappearing again. Give me that. Give me that sucky. Alright. But yeah, Hero's Tale came out. It runs better than Enter the Dragonfly, but I mean, they started getting into some really weird shit. They started reinventing characters. Moneybags was like some sort of like gypsy merchant, and it was really confusing. It was just really weird. Where am I going here? Oh, he's up there. I can't see that. Die, bitch. But then, I'm sorry my thought keeps getting interrupting. I'm focusing on the game. But in 2006, they decided to reboot the franchise, give it a fresh new look, and they released Spyro, A New Beginning, The Legend of Spyro trilogy, with the first game being A New Beginning in 2006. It took a much more serious and darker tone. How did they execute that, you ask? By making David Spade one of the voice actors for the game. He voiced Sparks. It was fully voice acted. It had Elijah Wood as Spyro. It had fucking... Where's my boy at? Oh, there he is. It had David Spade as Sparks, and it had Gary Oldman as one of the big dragons, Ignitus. Completely crazy, I know. Where's this dude at? Oh, there he is. He's fucking mooning me right now. Oh, fuck. I gotta go around again. But, you know, despite the rapid change of pace in Spyro New Beginning, which was more of a beat-em-up action-adventure, not so much like a collectible platforming game, it was very linear. Despite what it was, I enjoyed it because I got it when it came out on the GameCube. And I like, it's a good game. It's solid gameplay. Little repetitive. Oh god, what's going on? I'm trying to look down. Sights here. Solid gameplay. Fucking hell, I cannot do this to save my life. Solid gameplay, I mean, pretty good story, I would say. You know, good motivation for the characters. And, I am so fucking bad at this shit, dude. We're gonna be here forever. But it just was not, it did not feel like a Spyro game. Which, if that was their goal, good job. But apparently it did well enough to spawn 2 sequels. We had The Eternal Night, and then Dawn of the Dragon. I played Dawn of the Dragon briefly. I thought it was pretty cool because it had like an open world flying mechanic, which was neat. Okay, there we go. We got another orb for this level. Hell yeah. Much excitement. Much, much, much excitement. One more orb that we have to get from the cave, which we can't do now because we don't have climb. Okay. And then after the New Beginning trilogy, they took a little break, and then in 2011 they came out with Skylanders, which completely fucked the series, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I never played a Skylanders game. I'm sure they're great, don't get me wrong, but I would rather them also make new Spyro games too, and not just use that as like the shell for Spyro. Just keep shooting out games.
Oh, no.
That's my hope. Hopefully we get a remastered original trilogy. I don't know, I feel like I'm talking in circles.
Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi, I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gym cutters in
Dork!
Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
There are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them,
14 talismans in Avalar. And if my theory is correct in that there are no talismans in the third hub world, that means there's 7 levels in each
Spyro's going to help us
of the first 2 hub worlds.
I am?
Actually, that's probably wrong because I know Autumn
There's no way
Autumn
you can get
Forest.
to Dragon Shores right
No wait,
now.
Autumn. What's it
Ripto and
called?
his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest.
Summer Forest.
You're going to have to go
I don't know what
to
the second hub
Avalar's
world's called. It's
and
my
convince
favorite
the
hub world.
inhabitants to give you their
Shit.
talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
In the Autumn place, whatever. They have a ton of levels, so there's probably only like
Why doesn't the dragon just
4 or
torch
5
Ripto?
levels.
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talisman? If you come across any orbs,
Some
they're
boring ass
important,
cutscenes we have
but
to go
I'll tell
through.
you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay. Well, actually, we're gonna end it here. Might as well. Natural stopping point. Kind of a long first episode. I might go longer in the next episode. I don't know what I want to do, because if we do 10-minute episodes, it's just gonna be a ton of episodes. But I don't want to make the videos too long. Or do I? I don't know. I mean, I'm about the gameplay. I'm not really focused on, you know, no offense, but fucking being an entertaining personality for the entirety of your watching. I really just want to play through games and just have a good time, have a nice chill time. So we might do longer episodes here. I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things. Like I said, I took a really long break. But I'm so glad that you've joined me today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give me a like, helps out a lot, and make sure you subscribe for more daily gaming videos. And I do say daily because we're going to try to be getting them back on track here, but forgive me if I slip up a few days here and there. Just really trying to get back on track here. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.